Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope you're all doing well and are keeping safe at this time. Today's video we are going to be testing out the Melt Cosmetics Rust palette. Now I believe this is one that they've recently brought out, however they have actually added some additional shades. So if you want to see how I created this look and what I thought of the shadows in this palette, then make sure to keep on watching. So this is the Rust palette. As you can see, the packaging is super cute. It comes in this box, which you just open up and then the palette is inside. I mean, look how lovely this packaging is. It's just so aesthetically pleasing, like really on brand with the palette concept as well, which is nice. There's a opening up, it's a magnetic hold, and then there is a lovely large mirror on the inside, which you know that I live for in an eyeshadow palette. Taking off the protective layer, and then we have the shadows inside, people. Look how stunning these shades are. I'm absolutely loving the shades in this palette. There's a nice mixture of like matte and then also a couple of shimmers to go in there too. Normally I'm not so keen on the warm tone palettes, however this is kind of like right up my street at the minute. I'm really excited to use the shade Erode as well. Ugh. Can't wait. I just want to swatch a couple of these shimmer shades as well, so we're going to go in with the shade Tarnish. The formula feels really nice and smooth as I'm rubbing my finger through it, and then I'm just going to go over the back of my hand. Such a beautiful shade. And then next I'm going to go in with the shade Radox, I think it is. Radox. A little bit of a darker one on that. Also absolutely stunning. And then last but not least, we're going to go in with a bit of Revenge. Oh, it just goes on so smooth. A lot smoother than the other two, but these shades are absolutely stunning. Oh, I forgot to get something to wipe my hands on. Of course I've already dug my nail into it. I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that this palette actually has a mirror, because 9 times out of 10 when I do reviews they don't have mirrors and it's really complicated. So the first shade that I'm going to use is this shade here called Classic, just to do the... Oh, okay, that was hella dusty. I don't know if you can see. Quite a bit of fallout in the pan. Just going to tap off the excess and then use it to kind of do the base of my shadow. God, that's really dusty. The pigment on this is really good, however, like I said, it is a little bit excessive with the fallout. Let's zoom you in a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on. I'll start again and I'll show you how much. It's quite a lot, but I'm not so mad because the pigment is really good. There's a lot of going on here. Next I'm going to use the shade Antique and just kind of sweep it over my lid. Once again, so much fallout, it's crazy. Just going in a bit of a C sweeping motion and following the natural crease of my eye. Please ignore the fact that my hands are looking a little bit crazy right now. I fake tanned the other night, and obviously because my hands are so dry at the minute, it's like all the fake tan clings to it. Even though I washed my hands like an hour after fake tanning, all the moisture from the tanning mousse literally just got soaked up into my hands, and this is what we're left with. So that was a really nice neutral pink tone shade, and now I'm going to go in with that shade Erode here. Such a lovely mustard shade. Look at how vibrant that is. Like, I'm not normally a mustard kind of gal, but I really like this shade so much. I'm just putting the shade again in my crease, but then diffusing it upwards and outwards towards my brows. Goodbye, Mr. Eyelash. So as predicted, Erode is my favourite shade in the palette. However, out of all 3 of the shades that I've used so far, they are very kind of like dusty and there's a lot of fallout in the pan. However, it isn't going down onto my lower lash line or onto my cheeks or anything, which is absolutely fine. I can 110% live with that. Now I'm going to go in with the shade here, which is called Rubbish, just using kind of like a pointed tip brush to kind of pat it into the outer C to create an almond shape on my eye. Also very dusty. God, I'm actually embarrassed at how my lashes look. Has anyone else got the lockdown lash where they're like can't get their infills at the minute and it's just your eyelashes are just going to oh, I mean, I'm on week 3 and they're still looking pretty good. So anyway, after that distraction, I'm just bringing that shade Rubbish down to the center of my lid and just kind of using it to blend everything up into that shade Erode. Just using the brush and the excess of Erode, I'm going in and just kind of like further blending those two shades together. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Rust here and then just deepen the outer corner of my eye even further. I'm more kind of patting it on, and then using a brush with a little bit of that shade Rubbish on it, I'm going in and just kind of blending everything together once again. I'm just going to go in now with a relatively clean, I say it's clean, it's literally got hair like floating on it. Ugh, get off. Because I don't want this look to be too intense, I'm just going to go in now with a clean fluffy brush and just blend everything together. I'm not going to add any more dark shades to that just because I don't want it to be too dark. I want it to be more of like a daytime look. Now using the shade here, Radox, that we swatched earlier, I'm going to go in and pat this onto my lid. I'm kind of half debating trying to put this on without any concealer. Normally I will do like a layer of concealer and then pat it onto the top, but I think with the way that these three metallic shades swatched, I'm just going to try without and see what happens. Seems to be working, but there is a bit of fallout onto my lower lash line, but I can just brush that away, no probs. I'm then going to tap a bit of the shade Revenge onto the outer corner. Well, not the outer corner, like the outer bit here, just to kind of blend it a bit more into the rest of the shadow. Just mixing it in and gently patting it on. I'm just brushing under my eyes and most of it's gone. It's left obviously a little bit of a sparkle, but nothing too much to worry about. So I just went off camera and lined my lower lash line. I'm just going to use some of the shade Mar and drag it across the outer part of my lower lash line. And then going in with that shade Rubbish again and just doing the inner corners of my lower lash line. As you can see guys, this is the completed look. I went off camera and took it upon myself to find a liquid lip that I thought kind of went with the vibe of this eyeshadow. If any of you guys are interested, it is the NYX Lingerie liquid lip in shade 14 Confident. And I mean, I guess they've named it correct because you have to be super confident to wear a shade like this. I'm not vibing with it, but it does go with the look. Anyway, back to the review in question. The Melt Cosmetics Rust palette. I absolutely love the shades in this. I think they just kind of go together really well. Obviously we had the problem of the fallout, but I mean the fact that it didn't drop down onto my cheeks or my lower lash line or anything, other than when I was patting on the metallic shades, which is to be expected anyway, because if you're scooping up a bit of product to pat onto your lid, it is probably going to drop off and onto your lashes or down onto your cheeks, so I wasn't really bothered about that at all. The pigments for these shadows are really great as well, like that shade Erode. Oh my goodness, my favourite shade. I'm never, like I said, normally bothered about mustard colours. I usually kind of ignore them as much as I can, but I really liked that one. The formulas for the metallic shades are really nice as well. They're like really buttery and super creamy, so if you like your metallic rusty shades, this is the one for you. So that is it for this week's video, my thoughts on the new Melt Cosmetics Rust palette. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up so I know, and let me know in the comments down below if there are any other videos you would like me to film. Links to the palette and also the liquid lip that I used in this video will be down in the description bar along with my social media, so if you have not already, please make sure you go over and follow my Instagram and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you again so much for spending your time with me this week. I hope you have a super lush rest of your day and I will see you again next time for another video. Bye!